It's your boy, one and only. All rights reserved, aka for Christ only. Let's get it. We're talking about Diddy again. Diddy is now alluding to Chris Stokes to putting away while he's being prosecuted. Remember, we spoke about him giving money to the other guy. That's already under situation, under investigation. He's under duress with that. Added to his stress with Cassie. He already paid the money. Now you got to deal with the social implication that comes with it, Diddy. That's why you don't do these type of things, especially when you have a celebrity status. All right, now Chris Stokes. We've heard rumors about him with these male artists. What is up with these older men and these young males? You're supposed to be grooming them, not physically, grooming them to become men, not grooming them to become like you, if that's okay with you. And that was not okay if it happened to you. It wasn't. But I'm sorry, you can't do that to everyone else and get away with it and walk on it. You should have spoke up too. It should have come out as well. And I'm sorry you guys are in this situation, but it's the reality. You have to make wise decisions. That's why I said righteous discernment. Okay, righteous discernment is being able to look at a situation and see right and wrong, see fun and boring, and realize what is more pertinent to your humanity. Being declared as a human being is more important than being declared the man in bowling. Don't you see it? Do you now see it? If I was you, I would. Very much so. Very important. Okay. Now let's get into the nitty gritty. Now these are the details, and I'm looking at it. Diddy has been taken into consideration for the situation for many individuals who are yet coming out. So far, there's 3 extra. There's one man that I have, another second man, potentially, allegedly, and then there's a female that is also declaring it. That is aside from that. And in this situation, you have to garner attention around the fact that he can't be the only one. Money and power. Got it? Chris Stokes, somebody who was declared allegedly a longtime friend. I know not that to be fact. A longtime friend of him is now under investigation as well because he has allegedly been put on the chopping block by Diddy himself. But that has not been proven and that has not been discussed as they are speculating because his relation to people, we can't assume this because they could have been doing investigations separately but equally as vehemently. Okay. Now we're going to work our way to another scenario that we're dealing with Chris Stokes. What happened to these artists coming out? B2K, these other artists. Now they're saying Marcus Houston. If it is Marcus Houston, let me say this. Marcus Houston is a victim that is confused. And in this situation, here's why I say that. He was the elder of the guys who got on. Okay, understand that. He was in the group. He was doing his song and dance. He taught them how to song and dance. They followed him. Also, we have to say that it's the culture that was painted around these young men. What is the parents? Were the parents not there during the practice? If my son made it big, I would be there during every step of the way, or you do not deserve any financial revenue to the gain of what it is he is, unless you're at work yourself. Okay. And you guys weren't at work every single day. Come on. You guys were riding out allegedly, spending the artist's money, all the type of things these child parents do when their kid has made it big. And they always do this. It is very common. It's not something that is random. It's something that is shocking. It's something that is a reality of what we see around us and see within their culture. Why is the question? Why? So why are they letting it be this way? That's a question. That's a good question. But I don't know. You got to ask them. We'll ask them. They're going to tell the truth, right? That's what they do. Every artist tells the truth or not lie until they make it. Come on now. Fake it till they make it. Come on. Now let's get into this. And we're talking about songwriting too. We're not even there yet. I haven't even gone there with y'all. Songwriting? Oh my goodness. They have oh my goodness. Allegedly. They have, and that's why I said allegedly, have lots of people writing and producing their music, dance and everything. Some of these artists are not even skilled as they say they are, allegedly. Now we're being honest right here. We got to really figure out, is this the truth or not? Do you believe me or not? It's up to you. But I'm telling you the reality of what we found to be the details of the findings that we're looking into. Even deeper now, we work our way down and we check into the issues that we've seen with Diddy. And the characters match up. Chris Stokes' charges and the characters match. Remember, birds of a feather flock together. I shouldn't have to say that. I should have been come on. You guys know that. You should know that. If you are like someone, you're more like them than you think if you don't like them. So there's something about someone you don't like, you hang out with all the time. More than likely you do it too, but you don't recognize it because you see them doing it and you don't like that they do it. Same thing that most people get into in situational awareness, dealing with friends and things that are of like habits. because you do the same things they do and they do the same things you do. That is why you're alike in many ways and different yet, because you may have standards you take and uphold, as we'll say Diddy. Now let's get to Diddy. And I said all that to get to this. Diddy. Now I believe that your character speak wildly about Chris Stokes. So if he's not guilty, allegedly, of what you declare, or allegedly if you did or didn't, then I'm saying you really need to have good evidence to show. You can't implicate people and not really have the evidence to show behind it. If there's implications, and that's to you other YouTubers I see talking about it, if there's implications of it and you do not provide the adequate evidence to assure that the prosecution of that same crime that you admit or say about somebody is true, then you are going against the grain, very much so, and you need to stop. You need to have some type of proof it is if you're going to make accusations. Same way what Cassie had to do with Diddy to get paid. That is the simplest form. She had to have some type of evidence that was looked at by his lawyers, and they said, hey, we can't, hey, come on. And they gave him that nod and he went forward. It works as a chain of command. What's the chain of command with Chris Stokes and Diddy? What is the chain of command? There is one. Trust me. Even if it's Diddy himself and he's an alter ego when he's doing these crimes, there is a chain of command. Understand, whether it's evil, whether it's above them, way high above them in the darkness, talking from the darkness, whether it's some type of association or some type of implication or direction or any type of ation that comes from a commandment. There is something they're following, whether it's a feeling, whether it's some type of feel, thought, or consciousness, leadership, making a statement, whether it's they're directed, there is something that's leading these guys to do it. And they need to find out what it is fast, because they're getting worse. Okay. If Chris Stokes don't go in, he's just going to continue to do what he did when he was young. You don't break old habits like that overnight, especially like that when it's violating another man or violating another boy. Or these things are habits that need broken. They're a form of evil. First off, you really need to pray. That's number one. You need to pray, because that's crazy. Then the second thing is, you created Marcus Houston, aka alleged Marcus Houston, who's also being looked at in a predatory manner. Now, this isn't good, Marcus. You got to separate yourself. And if there's some type of habit, you guys need to get therapy. It is not normal for a man to search after a boy like that at all. All rights reserved.